Today I wanted to talk about reusable items, so zero waste items and the things that we use on a regular basis. Cutting back on plastic and things like that is something that we're always trying to do, but recently when I've been more aware of single-use plastic, I've realised just how much there is out there and it's driving me a little bit bonkers. So I'm going to look at what we've got at the moment and hopefully that might help you if this is something that you are trying to do as well. So currently we live in Edinburgh and we have a system where we have two bins. We have the recycling bin, which is a bigger wheelie bin that takes mixed recycling, basically everything except for glass. And we have a waste bin, so that goes to the landfill, and that is a smaller wheelie bin. So it's about, not quite half size, it's like 2/3 of the size of a regular wheelie bin. Now, they're collected every other week, so it'll be black landfill one week, green the other, black one, green the other, so they're taken every 2 weeks. At the moment, our green recycling bin only gets put out once every 4 weeks because it's just not full. We're trying to cut back on even recyclable stuff. We just don't want waste full stop. So that's every 4 weeks at the moment. The black bin, the landfill, bearing in mind it's a smaller wheelie bin, and I'm incredibly proud of this, it goes out every 4 to 6 weeks because we just don't create that much, and it makes me so happy because at the end of the day most of that is Gigi's litter tray, and you don't want that hanging around longer than 2-3 weeks in the winter. You know, you don't want that hanging around. So yeah, every 6 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks for our current landfill bin, and it won't even be overflowing or full. It makes me so happy. So I want to carry on cutting back on that, but this is what we use at the moment and will continue to use to cut back on that waste. I'm going to start off with two things that we use every day, repeatedly every day. So I am a tea snob. I love my tea. Leo loves his coffee, and he goes and gets beans and stuff, like coffee, tea. So for tea, I don't use tea bags. I have tea strainers. This is just one of them. This isn't the one that I use on a regular basis because the one that I use is currently full of tea. But you will have seen it in one of my other videos of what I eat in a day. So a reusable metal tea strainer, because you put your loose tea in it and away you go. No plastic, no paper, no weird stuff in your tea bags. You'd use that instead. Leo, on the other hand, he uses a V60. These take paper filters or a reusable metal one. That sits in there, you put your coffee in there, and all you have to do is clean it. You don't have any paper waste. Now, yes, paper is recyclable. Yes, with the coffee grounds it can go in your food recycling or into your composting, but this saves you money. You buy it once, that's it. No waste, no rubbish, nothing going in composting, just this. Brilliant. Segueing on from that, I'll go into our food shopping collection of stuff. So there's the common one, you know, everyone has these by now. Tote bags. We have a few different ones, but we have a collection of tote bags to take food shopping with us, so we don't have to use Bags for Life or single-use plastic carrier bags. So that's a common one. What we also have is drawstring bags. So I've got a variety of different sizes and shapes. These are for loose fruit and veg. So instead of getting them in plastic, if you can, because some of them you can only get in plastic, which is really irritating, but yeah, that for your loose fruit and veg. And the last one, jars. Now, we have the New Leaf Co-op by us. Well, not by us, it's called Bus Right Away, but you know. And you can fill your own jars and things. So I keep jars, I collect jars, I absolutely love jars. I've got hundreds of buggers. So you can take them and you can get them filled with things. So jars are super useful for storing leftovers, for going and get groceries. They've got so many uses, jars. Now once you've cooked your food, then what? So, like I've said, you can store leftovers in jars, but, you know, sometimes you want to make a meal ready to go and cover it in cling film, and, you know, then you can put it straight in the microwave. You can have it in the fridge ready for when you get home from work. cling film is the worst. We haven't used it for a long time now, but you know, we still want that kind of setup. You still want to have plates ready to go. So we have got these. They're like reusable cling filmy things. They do not grip like they show on the adverts, because these have been all over Facebook and everything. They do not grip like that. However, they are still pretty good for just laying over things. What Leo does is, we've got a bigger one. He stretches it over a bowl and then uses an elastic band. You know, you always get them with the post where they're stuck together, so reusing them. Stretch that over the top, elastic band, and that's been doing great for his bread. So we've got 3 of those. We've got a bigger one, medium one, and a little one. And we've also got food huggers. Now, God, these were on like sales channels a long time ago, but they're actually pretty good. You get a few different sizes. So it could be that you've got a cucumber and you don't want to kind of wrap the end up. You stick it in that instead. Or an apple, or a lemon, or an aubergine, something bigger. These things are actually pretty great. You can just take your cut fruit and veg and you just kind of boop, pop it in, keeps it fresh, keeps it covered. You can just chuck it straight in the fridge. So yeah, they're brand Food Huggers, and I thought they were going to be rubbish when we first got them, but they're actually really useful. So you've got your zero waste grocery supplies, you've got your, like, once you've cooked it, your storage supplies. What about taking packed lunches? Now, we have an array of lunch boxes. Some of them are plastic, but they're going to get a lot of use out of them, and we bought them a while ago. This one's wood. Lunch boxes, because at the end of the day, cooking it and taking it yourself is going to create a lot less waste than going out and getting a takeaway or something from a supermarket that's ready packaged. So lunch boxes are completely essential for us. We've also got wraps, like this is one from Lush. I had to leave it about 6 months before it stopped smelling of Lush. But you can use that to wrap up your lunch. You can use that, I've even used these when we've gone out shopping and I've not got a bag with me. Like, we've gone past somewhere and I've not been expecting to go shopping. I've used this instead. I've just tied all the corners together, put everything inside, instant shopping bag. So lunch wraps, shopping bags, these are pretty damn useful. While we're also on the move, I have got these. So this is my kind of travel holiday pack. I've got a spoon because, you know, if you're out and about, if you're on holiday, it saves being given a plastic spoon in places. You can use this instead. Plus, who needs a knife and a fork? Just use a spoon. And the other one, this has been in a few of my videos. I love these. These are my reusable chopsticks. So they screw together like that. You've got your chopsticks and you've got a rest to put them on. And they come in this wee bag. So the brand of this is Cube Egg. We picked these up in Japan 4 or 5 years ago now. And I love them. I take them everywhere with me. They're just the best thing ever. I absolutely love them. And a reusable pair of chopsticks, even if it's just a wooden pair that you just like wrap up in like one of your handy wraps and put it in your bag, it's much better than using plastic. So yeah, these are part of my lunch box set and also for travelling. I've also got, going back briefly to my tea obsession, I have got 2 tea flasks. This one, it's got a removable strainer. So you put your tea in there, you put your hot water in there, and it brews and away you go. So this one I take to work a lot because then it means I'm not using tea bags and things, and plus then I can brew my own tea. This one is for black tea. Tea snob, black tea. This one is for green tea. It's the same setup. So this one's got a little thing that comes out and you put your tea in there and that goes in there. Now this one is used just for green tea. So the two don't get mixed up. But you can also, I take this when I'm travelling because you can just put water in it or lemon juice or whatever. So it doubles up that way, which is really great. So these are kind of an everyday and travel essential. What else have we got? Now, last but not least, I'm moving on to kind of the personal care section of our zero waste collection. There are things just for the ladies. I've got my Moon Cup, and I've also got these reusable washable pads. With the whole taxation on women's products and all of that jazz, and just how, you know, no. Buy them once, reuse them again and again and again. Screw the patriarchy, we're sorted. So I use those. I've also got things like, this seems like I'm stating the obvious here, a face cloth. Bear with me. You get packs of like face cloths that you just use and you bin, and they're getting more and more common, and you see more and more people using them. Just use a face cloth. Like, seriously. Zero waste. You buy it once. This was like probably £1 for a pack of 2. It saves you money. Face cloth. Face cloth. Handkerchief. I'm a big advocate for the handkerchief. This is basically a smaller version of the wrap. So again, you can kind of bring all the corners up and you've got something to store something in. If you're going shopping and you need to carry something, it's a smaller version, but it also means that I've got something to blow my nose on, wipe my hands on. I carry these everywhere. I've always got one on me. So handkerchief. However, there's also another version. This is like my everyday bog standard version. I've got special versions as well. I've got Totoro ones. I've got like a collection. These are more like a hand towel. So whereas this is very thin, this is like a proper hand towel. So if we're traveling, I'd probably take one of these as well, so that I've got something to wash my hands on and dry them. So I've got a few different types of that. What else? Zero waste toothbrush. This is my first time trying this. This is a new thing for me. I'm not sure I like it. It's too soft, and I don't like wood. I know that sounds really weird, but you know, if you've got like a wooden stirring thing for coffee, I don't like it. I don't like wooden cutlery. It's the feel of it I really don't like, so I'm not sold on this. I really want to be, but I think the finish on this is just too rough and just, no. So it's something I want to persevere with, rather than plastic. But it needs work. So zero waste toothbrush. Nail file. This is a glass one. So when it stops getting kind of useful, you just wash it and then it's back again. So again, you're not buying loads and loads and loads of them and you're putting them in the bin. You buy it once and that's you sorted. So glass nail file. Okay, now this is a weird one. So I know that when I first looked into this, I was a bit weirded out. When I first introduced it at home, Leo was not sold, but it's something that we both kind of really got on with and it's made a huge difference. We don't use toilet paper. Instead, we use these. So we've got wipes. Now, these are the ones that I bought. But since then I've made them out of like old pairs of leggings, t-shirts, basically anything that is worn out t-shirt wise, I cut into little squares. And we use these instead of toilet roll. We've got a little tub in the bathroom and you use it, you pop it in the tub. It's a sealed tub, so you know it's not stinking the place out, it's not nasty, it's tucked away. And then what you do is you put that in the washing machine, the same as you would with like reusable nappies, the same as you do if you're a woman with your reusable pads. It's just bodily fluid. Get over it very, very quickly. Put it in the washing machine and you're done. So we've not used toilet paper for 2 years? Year and a half, 2 years? Quite a long time now. And it's saved us so much money because, you know, literally you are flushing money down the toilet. It's not for everyone. It is a bit of a jump, but it's something that we really get on with and that we wouldn't be without. So, yeah. wipes, not toilet roll. And my last item, which I showed in my packing video for Ryanair, is this. It's an ear cleaner. I got this in Japan at Daiso. It's like 70p. It's got like a little, I don't know if you can see that, it's got like a little hook thing on one side for like giving you a really good scratch, and it's got this like weird thing on the other side, and it's brilliant. Rather than having loads and loads of cotton wool buds, which again are plastic, they're wasteful, buy it once, that's you sorted forever. So that's my collection of zero waste items, which saves us a lot of money, saves us a lot of space as well, because like things like cotton wool buds, that's a lot smaller than a pack of them. And yeah, this is what we're working with so far. I'm sure we could improve on it. I'm sure there's more that we could turn zero waste. But that's something I really want to work on. So if you've got any suggestions, any recommendations, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'm going to carry on working on cutting down our waste and saving the planet.